We're going to talk about NFTs today. I'm sure at this point you guys have seen some iteration of this goddamn monkey that at this point has permanently burned its silhouette into my psyche. Like, I could draw this thing with my eyes closed. I'd hate every second of it, but nonetheless, it could be done. But if by some chance you've never seen one of these things before, or the millions of other atrocious versions of it, this is an example of a popular style of NFT. Non-fungible token. And here's where we get to the fun part where I try to explain what that is. A non-fungible token is a non-interchangeable unit of data stored on a blockchain, a form of digital ledger. Types of NFT data units may be associated with digital files such as photos, videos, and audio, and because each token is uniquely identifiable, NFTs differ from blockchain cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin. Cool. So long story short, if Shane Dawson sold this tweet as an NFT and I bought it, then I own this tweet. And I could sell it to other people later. Don't know about the demand for that one, but you get the point. Now, NFTs have been around for a little bit at this point, but I noticed that in the past month especially, there's been a massive wave of celebrities specifically that have been promoting the living shit out of these things. And that's what made me want to make this video. Before we get into it though, I want to give a quick shout out to Casetify for sponsoring today's video. If you haven't heard of Casetify before, they offer phone cases that aren't just cute, but actually protect your phone. They're engineered with a 2-layer construction of Chi-Tech 2.0 technology, which is actually drop test approved for drops up to 9.8 feet, but the phone case itself is still super slim and cute, which I like because it means my phone's protected, but I don't have to carry around a bulky brick to do that, which is great because I literally drop my phone all the time. What's also really cool about Casetify is that their antimicrobial coating keeps your case germ-free and kills 99% of bacteria. The impact and ultra impact cases are made with 65% recycled and plant-based materials, and all Casetify cases are 100% non-toxic and non-hazardous. They're also compatible with 5G and wireless charging, and they come in a ton of different designs too. You can even choose whichever color or print suits you and customize it as well if you want to add your name or initials. One thing I really like about them though is their featured artist collections. They're just always collaborating with different artists, and the cases always turn out so cool. I recently picked out this pastel dragon one that I really like. I also got a cartoon angel one, which is also super cute. What's great too is that all of their cases actually come in 100% recycled packaging, which is made out of recycled paper and non-toxic soy ink. But if you want to check out Casetify and maybe get a case for yourself, you can go to caseify.com/caseyaonso to get 15% off of your order. Thanks again to Caseify for sponsoring. Now let's get back into the video. There's Jordan Sparks with her baby ape, Lindsay Lohan with her Fursona, and even Justin Bieber has a gummy bear. But more recently, there was an interview between Jimmy Fallon and Paris Hilton that just came out where they were discussing their apes, and it's just the most wildly awkward thing I've ever seen.
You did. You taught me what's up, and then I bought an ape.
I got an ape too because I saw you on the show with People and you said you got a MoonPay, so I went and I copied you and did the same thing.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
This is your
mine.
ape. Are
yeah,
we debuting it?
It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool, but like, why ape when you can get a rat? I don't know why they both reverted to acting like Tommy Wiseau in this clip, but the way that they try to walk you through the process of buying an ape feels eerily similar to the way that Jake Paul would walk his audience of children into a loot box scam. It's so easy, guys. All you have to do is find your mom's credit card and type in those silly numbers on the front and back of the card and press OK, and you'll definitely get your AirPods. I think. It's just in general a very weird interview to sit and watch, but even considering that, there are a few golden moments in it. One of the first definitely has to be when Paris Hilton almost slips up and admits that she doesn't like the monkey she's promoting.
Because you can pick your ape.
Yes, I was going through a lot of them and I was like, I want something that like kind of reminds me of me. But
you can tell in the clip that she's about to say, but I couldn't find anything, insinuating that she was just settling for this monkey for the sake of the interview. But don't worry, she corrects herself very convincingly.
This one, it does.
Jimmy actually ends up giving his audience the death glare in response to them laughing at what she had said, which, in fairness to the audience, how would you not think that that was supposed to be a joke? It's a red monkey wearing the same hat I wore in jazz class in the 5th grade. What about that reminds you of Paris Hilton? They quickly move on to Jimmy though and focus on his ape, and when he's trying to explain to the audience why he chose that ape specifically, he honestly sounds like a high schooler who just got put on the spot mid-presentation.
This is my ape. It reminded me of me a little bit because I wear striped shirts. I've worn these heart sunglasses because my daughters, just as a joke, they have them, and as a joke, I put them on. So I've done this.
Yeah, I bought this one because I actually wore a hat one time before. Actually, I wear them a lot, and I like the color blue and boats. So, like, that's why I bought the ape. The whole interview, though, is honestly just giving off the same energy as that For the Kids Token promo video, which is alarming because you're basically telling me that late night show host Jimmy Fallon and a bunch of Fortnite streamers share the same train of thought. Like, the mood during this interview is just so wildly awkward. It's like they're both being held at gunpoint while simultaneously being in some sort of Coraline-esque parallel universe. Paris even ends up giving the audience their own NFTs at the end of the interview, and what's hilarious about it is you can see the audience kind of stutter with their reaction for a second because they're not really sure how to react to it.
And I want to give one to everyone in the audience.
Like, even look at Paris's face. She even knows that nobody wants this shit. Paris and Jimmy, of course, aren't the only celebrities. Some others that have been peddling NFTs like crazy recently are people like Gwyneth Paltrow, Reese Witherspoon, and Liam Payne. Reese Witherspoon has actually been coming at this from the feminist angle, which is great. Definitely have never seen that one before. Does not ring a bell. Or a pyramid. I'm sure it shocks nobody that Gwyneth Paltrow would be involved in this. She practically pioneered spending ridiculous amounts of money on dumb shit. But in fairness though, her monkey is a little different. She's got a little razzle-dazzle. Don't get me wrong here. It's still bad, but that is a sassy NFT. And trust me when I say that this is a considerable step up from the typical monkey NFT. These things on average look atrocious. For example, we have this one that's covered in its own snot. Back to the celebrities though, Liam Payne has recently opened an entirely new Twitter account that's going to be solely dedicated to NFTs, which in fairness, jet lag is not cheap. He's got to afford it somehow. But all I'm asking here is maybe we could consider an album.
Meet me in the parking lot, yeah, might be a bad idea, I'd probably do your ass in the car.
You know what? Never mind. Let the guy do what he wants. What doesn't make sense to me though about these celebrity NFT collaborations is that it's clear that they're using the celebrity to try to normalize and promote NFTs. But when the celebrities are actually trying to promote them, they couldn't do it in a more concerningly vague way. Even in the case of Liam Payne's dedicated NFT Twitter account, he's very vague when he's talking about the stuff he's involved in. Like, take this tweet for example. He's talking about being a mentor for some project, and remember, most of the people following this account are his fans that already have echoed concerns about NFTs in general and their confusion on them. And I don't think it's possible for this tweet to say any less about what he's talking about. All we know is he's some sort of project mentor for a project that they don't even explain in the poster. Like, is he a mentor for the monkey? The doodle guy? I just don't get the point of all these celebrities promoting these NFTs if they're just gonna leave their audience completely in the dark when it comes to context. Like, how am I supposed to want to get involved if you're barely explaining what's going on? And I'm not the only one who thinks this. Most of the replies on all of Liam's tweets and a lot of other celebrities' tweets are just genuine confusion on what the hell's going on. The rest of the replies though on those tweets are just people dunking on them, which are very funny. But let's say hypothetically, Liam Payne's promo won me over and now I want to buy an NFT. I found a website that we could look through just to see what the experience would be like, but I'm gonna say right now, I'm looking for a cute one, okay? I want a yassified NFT. I don't think I've seen a less enticing collection of images in my life. It's almost inspiring. Like, the monkeys don't even look like they want to be there. Let's hypothetically say that I settled for this monkey though, because this honestly represents the experience of going through this website. He's kind of calling to me right now. Not really. How much would it cost me for this crying monkey? $184,000. There aren't enough Gwyneth Paltrows in the world for this to make sense. Who is buying this? I come to you all with the deal of a lifetime. You sell your house, and in return, I give you this cartoon monkey. If you're lucky, you could even screen print it on a blanket and use that to fall asleep at night. I severely regret looking into that. Like, I didn't want to know that people were paying that much for those. But back to the celebrity hype, I actually have a bit of a theory as to why all of these celebrities have been promoting it at the same time. And it actually has to do with an email that I got a few weeks back from a company called NFT Celebrity. Hello, Casey. I hope you are well. My name is Nicholas. I'm the marketing director of the NFT Celebrity Agency. Oh, they're a French agency. Our French agency works with more than 400 professionals and individuals in order to develop NFT collections, but also to train and initiate to this environment. By 2021, NFT sales have reached more than $25 billion. We offer you our services to create a collection of NFT in your likeness, totally free. Today, more and more influencers are starting to understand the importance of this medium. Many celebrities are getting into the game, like Neymar, Elon Musk, and dozens more. Since we are still in the early stages of this new world, the opportunity would allow you to stand out and further develop your community. Yeah, stand out as a scammer! We have two alternatives to offer you. Our agency manages the whole process, from the creation of the design of the NFTs with your effigy to their sale. During the auction, 80% of the sales of each NFT will be yours at first, then a percentage of the resale fix beforehand will complete your income regularly. Option 2. We propose to accompany you in the publication of your collection. You will receive 100% of the income from your collection. During this accompaniment, our team will explain to you from A to Z the process, from the creation of the NFT to their sale. Our support fee is €499 for the whole collection. This fee is not definitive, especially if you want our agency to create the design of the NFT. So we actually also included a website link, which I'm kind of afraid to click, but we'll see. Oh, it's all in French. That's great. I think Nicholas might have overestimated the average French literacy of a Canadian who does not live in Quebec, because quite frankly, I know 2 phrases in French. The first is, can I go to the bathroom? And the second is the French word for snowman, because I thought in the 5th grade it sounded like it should mean butt. Bonhomme de neige, by the way. Tell me that doesn't sound like it should mean white ass. Now, I don't think that this specific brand is behind the sudden love that people like Gwyneth Paltrow or Liam Payne have for NFTs. But I'm sure there's another company or group of people that are reaching out to these celebrities proposing the exact same idea. And I don't think there's an easier way to get a celebrity involved in something than proposing a business idea that involves them putting out as little effort as possible and getting a ton of money from it. That's why you see so many celebrities with side hustles like makeup lines or skincare or perfume. Of course, there are some celebrities that are very hands-on with their businesses, but a lot of them just kind of delegate it to their teams and collect the profit. The difference between those side hustles, though, is that even if there is a big markup, when you're buying it, you're at least still owning a tangible object. These monkeys, on the other hand, are just on your computer, and their value is completely dictated by what somebody else would be willing to pay for it. And if we look at this from a very basic supply and demand point of view, there are a lot of these monkeys out right now, and it feels like there aren't that many people who are looking to buy them. So how much would somebody actually be willing to pay for your monkey years down the line if there are tons of other monkeys available, and on top of that, if they really wanted your specific monkey and it was out of their budget, they could just screenshot it. And I know some crypto people are going to chime in the comment section saying, well, that makes it not an authentic NFT. And I totally get that. That's not really the argument I'm trying to make. For the average person that isn't really involved in crypto or NFT, they probably aren't going to care if it's authentic or not. So it's weird that you have these celebrities that are promoting this to the average person who wouldn't care about these things. Like, to the average person, there's no difference between the screenshot of this NFT and then the authentic NFT right beside it. And I think what's scary about the whole situation is that you have some people that are sinking serious money into NFTs under the impression that it's a great way to invest, and for some people it has not been going well. But of course, at the end of the day, investing is incredibly subjective and personal, so I'm not really going to be ruffling those feathers. If you do want to learn more about NFTs, I definitely recommend Line Goes Up, The Problem with NFTs by The Folding Ideas if you haven't seen it already. It is a long video, but it's really great and explains everything about the NFT space and the problems within it really clearly. But it is alarming seeing all of these celebrities promoting these NFTs in such an eerily choreographed way. It would kind of be like if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson pulled up in LuLaRoe leggings. Like, something's off here. And I mean, back to that interview between Jimmy Fallon and Paris Hilton. It wasn't just awkward. He might get into actual trouble for it because people in certain positions of influence aren't typically allowed to manipulate a market like that. What's unique about this all happening right now, though, is that people like Jimmy Fallon, who are like these massive celebrities, aren't the only ones with influence anymore. You now have millions of people that have massive audiences that are technically just normal people, and they're able to operate in this gray area because there isn't really anyone to hold them accountable yet. The shadiness of it all isn't the only issue with NFTs, though. It's been very well documented that they're really bad for the environment, and there's also the ethical concern a lot of people have when it comes to this idea of taking art that's supposed to be available on a free and open internet and intentionally making it finite for profit. Nonetheless, it seems to be turning into quite the Planet versus the Apes out there. I forgot to mention this. By watching this video, you are now the proud owner of a Ratalooey NFT. Congratulations. It's a rat. I think it's an interesting conversation though, so if you've got any thoughts, definitely share them in the comments below. I'd love to know what you think about this whole NFT parade that seems to be going on right now. Thanks for watching though. If you enjoyed, definitely give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. You can also turn my post notifications on if you want to be notified every time I upload. I also have a second channel where I post smaller commentary videos if you want to see that as well. All of my other social media like Discord, Goodreads, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, whole 9 yards will be linked in the pinned comment down below if you want to check it out. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one.